Hi there. What am I musing about today on this beautiful, brisk December morning in Montana? I'm musing about how I don't know about you, but I don't feel anymore. And what I'm talking about is like true, like emotion, particularly compassion and love. I don't feel it. I don't feel it. Are you guys like this? And I think to myself, well, maybe it was vaxxed out of me because I stupidly chose to take voluntarily the shingles vaccination because, of course, most all of us got chicken pox from our inoculations. That's just part of, being a part of this season. Is one of the attacks that most all of us have had to endure are vaccinations. Oh, yeah. You really think the Holy Triune created polio or syphilis? No. The dirtbag did. And that's what I'm musing about, see, is I'm going to be honest, man. I don't feel like I have a stony heart. And I think, a lot contributes to this, okay? Mostly the short season and our enemy being in control. It's fucked me up, man. I'm going to say it. Ooh, the Christian cussed. Yeah. Yeah, I did. Yep. And Jesus Christ is my King. And I follow Jesus from here to eternity, right into the next, which is New Jerusalem. And yeah, HaSatan fucked me up. Yes, he did. I don't even have a thyroid. You know why? Because I ingested continually in my youth gum. And my favorite was extra blue gum. And guess what? It was riddled in aspartame. So aspartame knocked out my thyroid, okay? So I've been dealing with this season and the attacks from the enemy forever, man. And that's my point is, I'm 50 something. And, you just check the boxes, right? I was vaccinated and inoculated and indoctrinated and lied to and poisoned, and they knocked out one of my vital organs. I was 16 years old, man, when aspartame that I chewed with this gum continually, it whacked out my thyroid. Aspartame did. And it became an autoimmune disease and Graves' disease. And I had a goiter and all of that due to aspartame. So at the age of 17, I had a choice. Either it be taken out via surgery, which would have left a scar, and my mom was quite vain. So she didn't want me to have a scar. So then what did they do? When I was 17 years old, they killed my thyroid gland. The radiation and iodine. It's just That's why I want to be compassionate. I long to have a heart that is full of love for others and myself. The fact of the matter is, and this is what I'm musing about, is I feel more hate than love. I feel more disdain than hope. I feel more rage and wrath and anger at this season and at all that the enemy and his minions have done to us for hundreds of years, man, and all of my life. Let me say that again, okay? HaSatan has had me all of my life. And I didn't know it. I didn't know it. I didn't know it. I've only been saved for 7 years, 2018. But I've been studying the Matrix and the characters there for 25 years. So while I was one of the last to the table of true salvation, okay, I was one of the last. I was 48 years old when I came to that table. Jesus finally invited me to the table of his glorious salvation, okay, in 2018. And I was one of the last to come to that table, but I was one of the very first to see the millennial kingdom, to see the truth of the timeline, to see how everything fell into place geographically and otherwise. I get it, okay? I get it. But what I'm musing about today is that I don't know what happened to me. I don't know. I don't know if it's knowing all that I know and checking those boxes of all that's been done to me and mine. That I'm an orphan here. That alcoholism wiped out my entire family. And my true love. Gone, all of them, you know. I've got 2 sisters and we're estranged, okay? Because one is dying drunk behind castle walls, okay? And then the other is a witch. So I don't really have too much to talk to with them. As unfortunate as that is. And it is. I'm trying to navigate my way through this thing. But the resentment that I feel, the anger and rage that I feel for my enemy and what he's done to me and others like me and continues to do it to this day, to this second. Here comes another evergreen shipment full of people so the reptiles can feast. And, you know, it's getting to the point where it's like, man, when do we win? When? Do we have to wait until New Jerusalem to experience any kind of victory here? Because I sure as hell don't get much of that, if at all do I get any victory. I get attacks. I get rejected. I get fired. I get blocked. I get sneered and smirked at. And I get rolling eyes when I bring up flat earth. Yeah. No, I'm a lone wolf out here, man. And that's the way it is. And that's how a lot of us are. builds us, Our character is built by walking solo with the triune. It's, but man, I didn't sign up for infantry, did I? I don't remember that. I must have been drunk. Yeah, I must have been good and drunk when I signed up for the battle here. Holy. It's fierce. It's real. And it's real fierce because, they're strong right now, given time to grow strong. And they are. They're so friggin' wicked. Where are the friggin' children, huh? It kills me that they win. It kills me. Kills me. Where is our victory? Where is it? Because, my heart is stony. And maybe that's what he wants. Maybe Yahweh wants me to be a ferocious competitor, an opponent for HaSatan, like Joshua, I wonder, if Joshua cried. I'm sure he did. War is really not in our nature, We're mankind. We're kind. We're sensitive. We scare easily, we're childlike in a lot of ways, but not in this season. No, if you're here and you're surviving and sustaining HaSatan's little season, as mentioned in Revelation 20, okay, that's where we're at, okay? You have to know, we have been attacked since in utero. Okay? So it's a strange season and it's not for the wary. It's easier to stay drunk right now. It's easier to OD on fentanyl right now. It's easier to check out, tune out, right? It's easier. Because the battle is so very, 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 very fierce. It's a bloodbath. Literally. And the innocent blood flowing beneath our feet it's thick and it's real deep. I believe this. I believe that finally, when that thing is tossed where he belongs, and that would be into the lake of fire. I'm going to celebrate massively on that day. But I do believe, it's in the very embers of our Father's wrath that they're going to eternally burn in. I believe that. Because I know one thing is sure, the triune is most grieved with all the blood spilling now. It's a horrible season. And that's what I'm musing about, is the dichotomy of being a woman, having survived and sustained HaSatan's blows for 50 plus years. No wonder I can't find compassion. I can't. I don't have it. I don't feel love. Not even for my dogs. Like, it's not love, it's fondness. I don't know. Are you guys like this? I don't know. What I feel more intensely and very definitely is the hatred and anger that I have for the enemy. See, that in me is much, much more strong, much more felt, much more deep, wide, broad is that feeling. I want to kill him. I want to throw him in. I hate our enemy, and I hate what he's done to all of us and continues to do. It's challenging to find resolve here with this. That's all. And I that's what I'm trying, I guess what I'm trying to accomplish here is at least to understand that there's a dichotomy within me, okay? And it's very different sides. And one is a woman that was a sensitive child, inquisitive, curious, loving, trusting, caring, all these things I was as a girl, as a child. And then to become so demonized and just so lost through New Age. You know, that's what kept me from Jesus Christ the longest. The drugs and drink just kept me confused and confounded, right? And spinning, right? Thinking we're spinning in a heliocentric model. You know, that's what drugs and drink did, but it was New Age. And that deception that kept me from the truth of my King the very longest. And I hate HaSatan for that. For that one thing, that one thing that I just hate him. I can deal with having been blind, deaf, dumb, drunk, deluded, distracted, but what I cannot accept and forgive and forget is how deceived. Just so fucking deceived. Just deceived. I hate him for it because the locusts ate a lot of my life, okay? A lot of it. Most of it. So I'm trying to make sense of it. I'm trying to come into agreement with this dichotomy that lives within me. That I am on one side, my core essence, what Yahweh created and formed me to be. Even my nose, which is a little too small, in my opinion, but I like it. It's better than a big honker, okay? But yeah, I was formed, okay? Created. And in that core of me is somewhere deep within me, okay? But it's beyond the bigger part of me that is battered, bruised, beaten to a bloody pulp in this season, okay? So I don't even want to be in the same realm as that thing is. I hate him. I friggin' hate him. I hate him. Ugh. And I don't want this hate to build in me. I don't want to become that person that's just so consumed with rage, that nobody wants to be around them, but my heart is stony. So, I don't know. It's why I'm musing. So, anyway, we win. Oh, most definitely we win. I'd like to start right now, though. That's where I'm at. I'm just like, if we're gonna be here with that thing, I want some victory right about now for everyone who serves our King and fights to the death for our kingdom. That's the Holy One. Gird your loins. It ain't over yet. Peace.
Retribution! Oh yeah, we want retribution!